What's up, guys? This is Chris with servinNswervin, and as my friends and family know, I'm a traveling bartender server, which sounds exactly like what it is. I go to different places, whatever place I want to. I work there during their busy season, and then I go somewhere different. A lot of people actually do this for like winter jobs or ski resorts in Colorado or Utah. They'll work there in Vail during the ski season from November through April, and then they might work somewhere in the Northeast, perhaps like Cape Cod or Martha's Vineyard during summertime. So then you have your winter season and your summer season. I kind of do that. I do it a little bit more extreme right now, where I go 3 to 4 months at a time in a different spot, wherever I pick. And I think it's a good lifestyle. And here's my 5 reasons why I think anybody should be a traveling bartender or server. I say this because I tell my friends to do this all the time. It's how you can make the best money. You grow as a person. You grow so much. That's number one. You meet a lot of cool people. You get to see a lot of cool places. You get more prestige. Just saying you're a bartender in Cape Cod or a server in Vail just gives you a little bit more, gives you a little bit more respect. You've been around. You've seen different places. You've been to the best spots to be at, and you've worked there. So being a traveling bartender or server, I strongly recommend it, and it's easier to do than it sounds. It's something. I'm from Southern Illinois, so just me originally, whenever I was 18 to 22, I just worked in Southern Illinois. And then I realized, hey, you could drive 40 minutes away and be working in St. Louis and make a lot more money. So even that in itself, going from Southern Illinois to St. Louis, technically is a traveling bartender or server. Then from that, I went to Destin, Florida. Then I did Vail, Colorado. Then I did Nashville just for a month to live out there. And then I went back to St. Louis and then to Martha's Vineyard in the Northeast. Now I'm in South Beach, Florida. It's a great life, and once you get started with it, you'll keep on going. You really will, because probably where you're at now, not a lot of people travel to the extent, or at least where I'm from. But once you go to these places that I'm mentioning, where they really only have a busy time for 3 to 4 months or 5 months out of the year, you'll start talking to people, and everybody there, they actually travel for the job. So then you're not an anomaly. You're not one of the people who are really doing it. To be honest, I was one of the people who would travel the most from where I'm at. But then I go to these other places, and really, I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. You're going to find people that actually, they travel for the winter and the summer. Then in the months where they're off season, like the month after winter and summer, the month after summer before winter, they go over to Africa or they go to Asia or East Europe and actually travel a lot more. So these are going to be my 5 reasons to be a traveling bartender or server. They're not necessarily in order, but I'll talk about them. So my 5 reasons are for personal growth, money, the people you're going to meet along the way, the places that you're going to go to, and then the things that you're going to be doing. So a pretty straightforward list, and I'll just kind of go with it. Excuse my appearance. I know I need to shave, but the job that I'm at now, you have to shave every day. So I haven't worked in 2 days, so it's been nice. So anyway, we're going to go with number 1, personal growth. Personal growth is the biggest one. I mean, just to get out of your comfort zone, you grow so much. I was just reading an article actually in the book that I was at where it says domesticated animals have a 15 to 30% smaller brain than wild animals do. And that's common sense to me, at least, especially since I've been doing this lifestyle. If you go out there and put yourself in different situations, you're going to grow so much more than you would just at the house or, in your home city. You grow so much through adversity and doing different things. Personally, I first started doing the traveling bartending whenever I left St. Louis to go to Destin, Florida, because I was drinking and doing other things, that I shouldn't be doing. I wasn't living good. I knew I was going to get in trouble or I was going to hurt myself or someone else. I knew what my options were, and I think I've seen a lot of friends in the same thing where they just need to leave the area that they're at. I've seen family members pull their friends out, hey, you're living with us in this different state for a while. So that's pretty much what I decided. I was doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So I was like, you know what? I've been doing the same thing for a while. And before I get in trouble, before I do something that I'm going to regret, let's just give it a shot and let's go try somewhere else at. So if you've been stuck in a rut and kind of want to get out of that, or if you haven't been doing as much as you want to do or living up to your full potential, take yourself and move yourself to a different area and just try it out. You'll be amazed at how much you change and how much you grow. Honestly, just try it out. So personal growth is a big one. Plus, you grow as a person because you're able to be by yourself, do things by yourself. You're not really worried about everybody else. Whenever you or from the same spot where you grew up in, you might, say like you thought, I don't know, maybe you follow too many people in high school or care too much about what people think, or different stuff like that. Whenever you travel and leave those areas, you realize how small that really was. It's kind of funny. The things that you thought were a big deal, or the places or this or that, really just small in comparison. As you get out and grow more, you just see how, you just grow as a person. So personal growth, and I could dive into that a whole lot more, because that's my biggest thing, is the personal growth outweighs anything else that I'll even talk about on the list. I've grown so much. And if you talk to anybody who has traveled to a different spot, they'll tell you, you grow so much as a person. Or I guess you could do the opposite and like fall off. But you need to put yourself in those spots. If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. So personal growth is number one. Number two would be money. Obviously, if you're going to these areas during their peak season, you're going to make the most money. Plus, a lot of these places, they really need workers and they need bodies on the floor, so you're going to be able to work as much as you want, which is awesome. Almost everywhere that I could think of, if you're a bartender or server, you have your slow times and your busy times. You probably know what they are. So if you just go out to these spots during their busy times, you kind of skip that slow time, which in the restaurant industry, you already know that's torture. So I just hate being slow, and you make a lot more money because, A, the people where you're going to be at, you're choosing to go to awesome spots. So you're not going to choose to go somewhere that's, a little bit more lame. You're going to choose to go to the spots where everybody visits, where people, especially, they have money to tip. They're on vacation. They're at these ski resorts. They're at these destination spots. They have the cash. A lot of the people that I was serving in Martha's Vineyard, they're millionaires and billionaires. Like, obviously, they have money to tip. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. And you're going to them during their peak time. Great money. Number three would be the people. And this counts for everything. As I was saying, whenever you go to these different spots, you meet so many cool people. So whenever I went to Vail, Colorado, I met a lot of Peruvians and Chileans. They have a lot of J1 workers out there. So now I have friends in Peru and Chile that I talk to on a regular basis that try to get me to go out there and visit, which I will. You meet people from all different areas. You're just meeting people from Colorado. Now I have friends in Colorado, in Destin, in South Beach. I have friends kind of all over. Plus, a lot of these people that are going to these spots to work, they come from everywhere else. It's a bunch of transplants. So not only do you have friends from there, from wherever they branched out as well. Plus, where you're going, there's a lot of affluent people. And a lot of people you really want to know with business ties and whatnot. And that's why they're at these places. So you're meeting a lot of cool people. And you're marketing with a lot of cool people. Like with this YouTube channel, especially, since I know I'm still new to it and still starting off with it. But I'm going to have little business cards and get to know these different people. And who knows where it'll turn out. There is a little bit of a sprinkle. It's Florida. It's always kind of raining, But people, so you're just going to meet a lot of cool people. A lot of different cultures, too. Whenever I talk people, you're going to meet a lot of different cultures. I'm in South Beach. It's not a joke whenever they say Spanish is the first language. Yeah, it is. But it makes you want to learn Spanish. It makes you want to grow as a person, see different cultures, grow. The people that you meet along the way change who you are and change your destiny and just kind of... And you want to surround yourself with good people. As I was talking about with the personal growth, the people that I meet in these places, they really are going out to different areas and they're traveling and they're exploring and they're seeing things. So the people you're going to meet as a traveling bartender server are going to be great people, affluent people, people with connections, and people that are out there doing things. And it's just nice to meet a bunch of new friends, and then you have friends all over the country, all over the world. Number 4 would be the places. Yeah, just the places to visit. 4 and 5 kind of go together. 4 is, just check out the places, and 5 is to check out the things to do. Obviously, if you say the places, you're talking, whenever I was in Vail, Colorado, I fell in love with the mountains. They're beautiful. I'm going to be back there next winter for sure. Instead of South Beach, I just didn't want to do the cold this winter. But, so the places, you get to choose wherever you're at. Like I said, I do Craigslist rooms for rent. So I normally have like 3 or 4 different options of where I want to live at. Like for this winter, I was looking at Key West. I was looking at Vail, Colorado again. I was looking at South Beach. I was also looking at Scottsdale, Arizona. So with the places, you could kind of have an open mind to wherever you want to go. I have people who go to Australia. You could go wherever you want to go. Any of these new places that you want to visit, go check it out. Do the Groupons there. That's what I always say. Do the main things in the area. So that'll be things to do. Or whenever you're in Vail, learn how to snowboard, learn how to ski. There's a reason why these places are the number one things, or the number one places to go, is because obviously they have a lot of things to do. Go snorkeling, go deep sea fishing, go hiking in Arizona. Do the things that they are to do. and then travel and go to something else. Just keep growing as a person. Keep acquiring skills. Keep growing. Keep doing the things to do. Soak it in. Learn the lifestyle and add it to who you are as a person. That's how you grow. You add things to you and you grow. So those are just like a quick, 5 reasons to be a traveling bartender server. Personal growth. If you think you're stuck in a rut, or if you haven't been saving up money, or drinking too much, or eating unhealthy, or just not living up to your full potential, take yourself out of the scenario. It's been the biggest change in my life. Like where I am now to 4 years ago, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. And that's all because I started it. And once you start it, energy and motion stays in motion. Whenever I went to Destin, Florida, at the end of the summer season, I was like, well, where can I go now? So since I was already out and about, I'm not just going to go back home. So I started looking at places, and I was like, well, it's November. You could either go down south or go to the mountains. So I had no idea I was going to do Vail. Then I went to Vail. And then everybody from there goes Summers and Martha's Vineyard. So then they're like, hey, this is where we work in the summertime. So then I ended up going where they were in Martha's Vineyard, and now I'm in South Beach. Then after here, I'm going back to St. Louis, and then I'll be in somewhere else in the Northeast, maybe Montauk, Long Island, somewhere. But energy and motion stays in motion. Now, I couldn't imagine myself going back. I can't. Going back to Southern Illinois or even St. Louis and living for longer than a couple months there. Going back to doing the same things, seeing the same streets, meeting the same people. Nothing wrong with being back home. I love my people, but it's not for me. I'm the type of person, I like to travel. And whenever I tell people about this, they always say the same thing. Do it while you can, or do it while you're young. So obviously if you don't, I have a daughter who lives back in Southern Illinois, who it breaks my heart to be away from her. But I know in order for me to be the best person I could be and to help her succeed as much, I have to do this. Otherwise, I'd probably would have been in trouble or doing, just, I don't know, wouldn't be as good as I can. You have to grow as a person. You have to have a reason for doing so. But, for me, I'm so happy that I did it. I grew so much. And do it while you can. A lot of the times, whenever I see people who buy houses and this and that, I think great for them. But for me, that's like the scariest thing in the world. Maybe it's commitment issues. I don't know. But I like to travel around. I like to be free. I like to go here, go there. Do the lifestyle. Travel around. See the planet. See America. Grow as a person. Figure out who you want to be. Whenever you go out to these places, it strips everything away from you. Strips the people. Strips the things. Strips the expectations. You could literally just... You're like a whole new person. You could be whoever you want to be. Do whatever you want to do. And just grow and see what you like to do. Spend time doing the things you like to do. So obviously, if you can, go out and do this and see who you really are, without everybody else, without this, without that. Go explore. Find out who you are before you settle in. Be a traveling bartender server. Go to a ski resort for the wintertime. Then go somewhere on the coast for the summertime. Even if you do 2 to 3 months up in the Northeast for a summer, you're going to make $10,000 a month and then go back to wherever you were. I've talked to people who traveled from Kansas to work in St. Louis. I'm like, great, but why would you stop here? Go to San Diego, go to Destin, Florida, go to Scottsdale. Just go anywhere. Obviously, if you're happy where you're at, you might not want to change that. But if you could be better, do better, make better, live better. If you've known this for 5 years, what's changing? Nothing. Go out, change it yourself. Go to a new area, learn a new thing, learn a new hobby, change, make yourself better. So those are just my 5 quick reasons on why you should be a traveling bartender server. Personal growth, grow, meet a lot of cool people in a lot of cool places, see the awesome spots you want to see, do the awesome things you want to do. Those are a quick 5. Servin and Swervin, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I just started it, whenever I could think. See, it already stopped raining. Whenever, I could do the videos, I try to do them. I'm still, obviously I still am self-conscious about making the videos and stuff. So, hey, if they're bad for a little while, that's okay. It's just a work in progress. But I'm going to keep going to these different areas where I serve and bartend at, and I'm going to keep doing the main things to do in the lifestyle and kind of traveling, talking about it, and just whatever else videos I want. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. And really think about doing it. If you could talk somebody else into doing it, do it with them too. I do Craigslist rooms/shared for rent. Just, if you have some free time, just go look. Go look at the places. Go see if you could get a spot to rent. Go switch up your life. Do something different. Go move. Go learn. Grow. And make money, And then take it back and hopefully shed your light on others. Help other people out too. Subscribe. Give it a like. If not, it's okay. I'm growing as a person too. A lot of this is just for me. I'm proud of myself just for making videos. I really am. But I do think it's a good thing. I recommend it to everybody. And if you have friends who have thought about it, or if you have a friend or family member who's just not living up to their full potential, tell them to do it. Tell them to talk to me and I'll help them out. Word. All right, thank you. Subscribe.